What's up, everybody? Another informational video on how to schedule classes and plan training for the days ahead. So to start, let's navigate to the menu, select calendar, and you'll see we got a few examples in here. And I'll make another example while we're here. We'll add a new calendar event or scheduled class. I'll select the plus button up in the top right, and let's call this. We'll call it Sidor Jiu-Jitsu example. We'll pick a date. Let's say it's from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Here, make sure you get the correct AM PM date and time. Always double check yourself before you hit OK. Make sure that's accurate when you look at it, because that calculates time on the mat for everybody within the app, and that goes to the class. I'll select no gi for the uniform. I'll select the position. We'll say mount, and we'll do some arm bars from mount, and we'll also do let's just pick attack. This will fill in a bunch for us here. And those are your skill tags that I'm putting in there. And pick up to 3 skill tags, and those relate to the technique videos and the skill tags that those have been attached to. So I'll just leave it at those 2 for now. So we'll see what populates here. And I'll put some example class notes in here. And then I'll pick a specific video. You can pick up to 5. You'll see there's only 1 selector there right now. As I pick videos, they'll fill in. So I will put one in here for an example. So we've got basic S-mount arm bars, and then let's do anything else that says mount in it. Let's say Ezekiel from mount. So now if I pick 2 specific videos, you'll see there's an empty one at the bottom there. It's waiting. If you wanted to add a third one, you could. Like I said, you can pick up to 5. Once I'm done with that, I'll tap add in the top right corner, and we'll see now we've got another class scheduled. Anything highlighted red is scheduled for a time in the future. If it's gray, that means that time is already passed. And that's okay. We can still use them. You can still click on them, and they're still functional. So to start, let's take a look at what this calendar page actually looks like in the details here. And you see the title, the uniform position. We've got our example notes, the start and end time. So we've got an hour-long class here. And you'll see those 2 specific class-specific videos we selected there show up here. So these 2 videos may pertain specifically to what's being trained that day for members to review prior to showing up to class, which would hopefully speed up drilling and decrease the amount of time discussing what's going on, so people can have an idea of what they're walking into when they get to class. Below that, we've got those related positions. Notice that all the tags for the position are all mount, and that's because we selected mount, and these technique videos have been are assigned to the mount position, and they pertain to that. Below that, we've got all the skill tag videos. So you'll see this one's a slider up here. You slide left and right. And anytime you get to a list and it looks way shorter than it is, look for the See All button in the top right of that list. When you hit See All, it'll show you all of those videos that you possibly don't see. And you'll see these are all the videos that have been tagged with those skill tags that we added for that class. So if we go back to the edit screen here, which this is where you can also update that scheduled event if you make changes in your training plan for the week or for the weeks ahead. You'll see those skill tags here. So because I selected attack, there's a bunch of videos tagged with attack right now. So those are in this bottom list. So those are all related via the skill tag. So now let's take a look at how we record the class. Class ended for the day, and we need to make sure whether or not you're adding a picture and we get the right people selected. When you come into your example here, you'll see this record class button at the very top. When you select that, a few things happen in the background, and all that data gets transferred over to the class page as well. Obviously, we're not inputting people at this point. We didn't want to double up locations on where to do that at. That may be something that comes in the future, but not right now. So right here, I'll select record class. When I hit record class, like I said, those things will happen in the background. It'll take you over to the classes page, and we'll see a new list above all the other classes that are already recorded that have pictures, and it shows that date, that no-gi mount class, and it says classes requiring inputs or corrections. The purpose of this is because we don't have anybody in the class yet. The only person that's been assigned to this class is whoever pushed the button to record the class, and that's it. So we need to make sure that it gets recorded properly. So I'll hit this button here, tap it on the list, and you'll see it's all of that same information except for who was actually there. So it looks like any other class, except we're missing a few things. So let's put a picture in here. Just for sanity's sake, we'll choose this one. And the video URL, this is if you shoot a class-specific video. We got a couple of ways to do that. You can select that from your profile page as a coach or an admin, and it'll go to myself, and I will make sure it gets uploaded to the right repository, and we can get it put in for use within the app and on that class page. I can edit the class notes, change the uniform if you want. You can change the position, your skill tags, maybe something changed within the class, you decide to do something different. You can add your close-up pictures. We can add those guests present. All the same functionality as in any other class, except it just shortened the amount of time needed to input the class because you already have your date, times, uniform, notes, skill tags, and position. Going down further, this is where we start inputting who is there. Tap each list choice, select who was there, and move on. When you're done, select Done in the top right corner, and we'll see this class now has a video, or excuse me, an image, and if we had more people, we would have more people, and it would track time, etc., just like any other time. Now, let's go back to the calendar page here, and let's see what happens if I try to record this same class again. So if I hit record class, it's going to take me to that class page again, and it'll tell me that you'll see that little notification pop up that says the class has already been recorded. The purpose of that is to prevent logging the same class over and over and over again. And that'll be useful in the future, especially if you accidentally double tap the button before it changes pages or anything like that. So please, guys, if you have any questions, reach out, leave some comments in the video, send me a message on Slack, or just send me an email. Always standing by to support. Love where we're at with this, and love to hear your input on what you think of this new feature. And now we can start planning out, training more regularly for those that enjoy that. Until next time, guys, we'll see you then.